shit if I ain't tired tonight, let me tell you. It just really wore me out today. Long day. School took about twice as long as it normally does with Grayson today. That was tough. But things started looking up in the afternoon when the snow started coming down. I went out at about 10:30 today to get a few things we needed. Milk and eggs. Not even giving a shit about the storm. I don't give a fuck. People around here won't go out. Everything shuts down except for Walmart. So as long as Walmart's open and I have a car that can run, I'm not afraid of driving. Not around here. This is pathetic and sad. I almost got into an argument online today with somebody. Somebody posted that the governor had declared a state of emergency. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? There's less than 3 inches of snow on the ground. If your state isn't equipped to take care of 3 inches of snow on the ground, I don't care if you're Florida, California, or Maine, or Michigan. It doesn't matter. It's not obviously, in places like Texas, you don't need 1,000 snow plows. But, if you have one per county or two per county, in the budget, I think you could work that in. I don't know. But like I'm saying, no, I'm not saying Texas, but I'm saying Virginia, we know that we get snow here. Any state that has any kind of recording of snowfall should have the ability to prepare for snow. I don't ask a lot of my state. I don't really even like my state. But we have to get along for now. So, I've never seen this before, I don't think, that I can remember, a state of emergency. Maybe once or twice. But, it's not that bad. I guess if you've never dealt with it, it makes more sense. But, I remember, literally going to school some days where I'd have to climb over, a good 4 or 5 foot embankment of snow. Now, mind you, I was probably shorter and little, and I'm thinking I'm looking up at the snow. Whereas now, if I looked up at the snow, it'd be 7 or 8 feet tall. So, I may be exaggerating, but we had a lot of snow, and they're getting a shit ton of snow right now. I kind of wish I was up there. And I know a lot of you are going, fuck you, you don't even know, you don't want to be up here right now. Because you have to shovel every day. And the plows come by and just pack your car in with ice, and it just takes hours to get your car out if you're lucky. And you're trying to chisel as little away as you think possible to just make enough so you can turn to get out. And then they put the parking ban on, and you're like, what do you want me to do? There's nowhere to... I can't just park my car nowhere. Do you want it to be nowhere? And if I park it in the parking lot next door to us, he'll have it towed because he has a plow that comes out. Plows him in the morning. I remember once nobody could get plowed out. Yeah, it was a good time. I think I've told this story before. I remember several people had gotten snowed into my house. Now, somebody's trying to contact me here. Weird. I hope that you can make it. My friend Xander, who is an actor, that's what he does. He just said, I'd love to do a session before then. I'm back the 23rd. All right. We'll hold you to it. All right. So Xander will be on the show. I'm confirming at this moment. He plans on being at the party, and he will be doing a show with us. Xander is on one episode of Season 1 of Turn, and they brought him back for Season 2. And he has a recurring role, it looks like, throughout Season 2. So if you watch the show Turn, he's a tall, thin guy. He's probably about 6 inches taller than me, maybe 5 inches. In the show, I think he's got longer hair. Right now, I think he's got short hair, but normally he has long hair. Really smart, nice guy. I'll make a special appearance as the White Russian. All right, so we'll have Xander on the show. He'll be back on the 23rd. Now let's look at our schedule here. So he's back next Monday. So I could do next Monday or Tuesday. We'll do some costuming or makeup. See, he's also a makeup and mainly a makeup artist, and he does a really good job at that too. So I don't even know what he's doing now, if he's filming or if he's acting or if he is doing makeup, not filming, or doing makeup. So good for him, man. He's 20. maybe 21, 22. He's young, and he's just digging his heels in and just making a difference in his own journey on his road to wherever he goes next. 25, I guess. It's funny that we put staples to things like that, like 1, 5, 10, 40. It's just another number. So I'm really excited we have all the snow out here. I'm hoping Carol doesn't have to work tomorrow, and I'm hoping we can go out with the boys and play in the snow. They don't have everything they need, but we'll work something out. Maybe some duct tape on their shoes or something. Who cares, man? Gotta have fun when you're little. My original intent for tonight was something new. I was going to try for the first time to stream a video game and play it. I might still do it. However, as we speak, when I first put the disc in for The Evil Within, Walmart had it for $20. What's going on with that? That's just way cheaper than all the other systems. Maybe there's something wrong with the PC version. Well, we're going to find out. But it was like an hour and a half to install it. There's 4 discs with this thing. First of all, I haven't bought a game in, I couldn't tell you how long. I used to buy a lot of PC games at Target when they'd go on clearance, but they don't clearance anything out anymore. So, when I saw this for $20, I thought it was in the wrong slot. I like to look at the video games, see what's new, what's out, what the kids are playing these days. And so I saw this and I thought, I really wanted to play this anyway. This is the guy that wrote the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4 and 5, I believe. So I'm very excited to try it out, and I heard it's scary. I heard it's a little difficult, which I don't like difficult games, but I thought, hey, I'll stream it and I'll talk to you guys about this stuff tonight. But it's still installing. I still have 47 minutes to go. It's 9 o'clock, so I won't probably do that tonight. But maybe tomorrow night, maybe the night after, just for fun, because I do want to do a video game show, whether it's reacts or playthroughs or reviews or whatever it is. That's definitely the third show idea, and that'll be the more consistent one, I think, too, because I'd like to start playing more video games. I haven't played video games in a long time myself. Even when, I've had every system from Atari 2600 up to the PS4. Every generation I chose, and I had one. Sometimes I had 2. If I was younger and I remember having the N64 and the PlayStation. That's an interesting story. And an Xbox, and then a PlayStation 2 that my friend Mike actually got me. And then an Xbox 3. No, I never got an Xbox 360. I don't know. Anywho. So I'm hoping to stream a little bit of that game. Almost a react. Probably turn these lights off, and I just do the headphones. So it might be a little weird, but we'll have to see how it goes. So we're going to keep this really brief tonight. I just need to get some rest so that if we do go out in the snow tomorrow, I don't collapse and die. We're on day 3 of kind of watching the whole menu thing. I kind of slept a little bit, and I got Wendy's today. I was just so hungry. The snow was coming down. I was stuck in traffic anyway, and I saw Wendy's, and I was just like, I really don't want to take another half hour to get home because the traffic's so backed up, then have to cook. So I'm like, all right. And I got way more food than I should have. I didn't get a ton. I didn't even get a meal, but I got a lot. More than I should have. But that's all I ate today. No breakfast, no, I had supper. I had potatoes, and corn, and a little barbecue chicken. Very little of all 3 though. Or, decent amount. A healthy amount, a safe amount. You gotta be safe, you gotta be healthy too. Dr. Carl, I'm sorry. We have 3 strays in the house again tonight. Now, I'm really on the fence about this. I love these cats, and I don't want them to suffer out in the freezing cold where it's snow up to over their heads. You know what I mean? Their bodies are low to the ground, maybe 5 or 6 inches. So, and yeah, sure, they'd be fine. I'm sure they have a little nook or a cranny they go when shit gets crazy like this, or maybe they belong to somebody. But they came to our porch at 7:30 tonight. And they had to go through a lot of snow to get to our porch. So that tells me a few things. Animals know where it's safest and warmest and where they can get food and water. You know what I mean? They're smart creatures. But, so, if that's the case, if we hadn't let them in, they probably have a backup, yes. But we were probably first choice, I'm thinking. I'm thinking they came here first. They know that I take care of them. Out there, I go out there and I set up, well, I don't set up all, well, yeah, I do. I set up pillows and just old cushions and old blankets, old sleeping bags, and I set it up and I try to make little nooks and crannies that they can sleep in. I bought these heating pads for them. They were only $5 each, but they crinkle, and I don't think they like that. Walmart makes one that you can microwave, and it's supposed to stay warm for like 4, 5, 6 hours. But they were $11, and now they don't have any that have any tags to scan on them. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? Maybe they'd be nice and just be like, yeah, you're in here all the time. Go ahead, just take it. But that's my love for animals too. I mean, Carol's brought that back in me, something that was very dormant for a long time because I never got to have pets growing up. And whenever I went to somebody's house that had a big dog, I was always scared of it. I just wasn't good with dogs because I never had one, which is sad. But now we got Poe, and Poe, the funny thing is, and I don't mean to sound like a jerk like this, like, she's family, she's our dog, and at this point, yes, if she needed to have some kind of surgery, I would be willing to take a loan to have to pay for it. But I would rather just not ever adopt another animal as long as I live, because that's a huge financial burden, and I love her to death. She's fun, and she loves me. She really does. That dog loves me. But the emotional and the financial toll that it all pays in the end, I just don't see where it's worth it. Like, there are plenty of places where, well, I don't know, I do get the idea of adopting an animal because it's going to have a better life with you. But at some point, you got to think about yourself, too. That's not selfish. That's thinking, okay, I'm 40 this year. Next time, I'm going to be saying I'm 50. Then I'm going to be thinking about retirement, thinking, oh my God, I'm only 15 years away from retirement. And that time's going to fly. And I tell you why. Because everybody wants to get to the point where they can just stop and just be like, okay, my kids are all grown up. I have no mortgage. I have no credit card payments. I have nothing. What do I want to do now? And then you can create the rest of your life, that next chapter in your life. I shouldn't say last chapter. Not sure what I'm talking about anymore. I just can't wait to go play in the snow. I bet you there's all kinds of tracks out there. Anywho, back to the pets. Yeah, so we got 2 in one room and 1 in the other, because the other one doesn't get along with the other 2. Not ferociously, but he's just a little defiant. So Stella and Luna, who are just buddies, they'll just cuddle up next to each other under the bed, which they could just sleep on the bed. It'd be so much more comfortable just sleep on a mattress. So they'll sleep on a rug under the bed, because we put a rug under there. And they'll be happy. They'll be a little scared and leery because they are like that. Like, Stella was fine when she loves lying in a bed or under a bed or somewhere warm other than outside. I mean, if we didn't let them in tonight, they may find, like, a hollow in a tree or under a porch somewhere up high in, like, the eaves of the house. I mean, not the eaves, but under the house or whatever, where they could get out of the wind and the snow. But it's still going to be freezing as shit. And there isn't going to be food under there. At least when they come here, we try to defend all areas of the, so they don't get hit by wind. I'm just going to stop because this is crazy. I'm explaining how I set up my animal shelter on my porch. You know what? That makes me happy, though. And I think that's making other creatures' lives happy. And if it means making other people happy or other creatures happy, hey, I don't care. I like making people happy. There's nothing wrong with that. And I love it. So, there. You gotta do what makes you happy. You might do something that makes you happy that makes me go, why would you do that? And then I think about this moment. I think about these moments in my life where I'm like, to each their own. Do what thou will should be the whole of the law. Till we violate the rights of another, respect the space of your sister and your brother. The war on drugs may be well intended, but it falls fucking flat when you start to mention an overcrowded prison where a rapist gets paroled. to make room for a dude who has sold a pound of weed. To me, that's a crime. Here's the good people doing time, y'all. Little 311 for you. Like that song. Offbeat Bare Ass, which is just kind of funny because if you ever listen to a 311 song other than the big hits, like go back and listen to Offbeat Bare Ass. And it gives you the contrast of the people in the band. Like, I got to meet these guys once, not for a while, but, I mean, just briefly I got to talk with them. But they seem like almost like a brothers, you know what I mean? Like, or not brothers, but like people who are very family. And so that song, Nick Hexum starts the song talking about what I was talking about, you know, having your rights taken away from you and making things like plants illegal and da-da-da-da-da. And Essay comes in, he talks about farting in people's faces and smearing their face with his armpit funk, and like, it's just like, okay. And then it gets back to the meat of the matter. And then they always come together in a chorus and harmonize or do whatever they do, and it sounds so good. Or it used to. It just got old after about 4 albums. The 4th album was a real stretch, too. The 5th album was okay. And then it's just, from then on, I was just like, it's not for me anymore. But those first 3 albums specifically, I love a lot. And so I give you the message of 311, and I pass it along. If you ever listen to any song by them, that's a pretty fun song to listen to. Shows off their talent, their skill, and just like their almost their personality too, in a way, in that song. So check that one out. If I remember, I'll put a link right there. You know what's gonna appear there? You know what's here? Nothing. Because I'm lazy as a motherfucker. It's not that I'm lazy. I forget. It takes so long to get from filming to importing into and cleaning up files and laying over the intro and coming up with a song each day, to uploading, to filling out the information, to coming up with the thumbnail, that like, it's a lot of work. So sometimes things get left out, and the last step for me would be to go back and to fix the annotations so that they actually went places, just like the the social media buttons. Jesus, I really know how to turn 8 minutes into 17, don't I? It's really sad. Like, I think I get warmed up sometimes and I start thinking about something. Sometimes I do that. Like, I have you know what I wrote down tonight? This is what I had. Snow, evil within. I couldn't even write within out. I just did W/in. Are we up to the next disc? Let's see. Nope. Oh, yeah. Disc 4. Jesus wept. It'll be fun tomorrow night if I can get this to work, though. I think I can. I think the only problem I ran into when I did it the first time was, and it is a problem, for some reason, the contrast, the brightness and contrast of my image, not the game. The game looks fine. If it'll stream. I mean, my computer's pretty strong. I should be able to do it. It's not super strong, but it's pretty good. How do we get to talking from taking in stray cats to evil within computer software? Oh yeah, too bright and shiny. Either way though, if I can get it to sound and look pretty good, I'd like to do one of those. I'll have to test it during the day tomorrow, but I don't want to start that game because that's a night game. That's a like right now game. Like it's 9:19 at night and it's dark and there's snow coming down, and God forbid, like we had to get out of here. You'd be walking. I can promise you that. You're not gonna get a car out right now, or at least not either of our cars. It's nice to go look out there and not see grass. It's the first time. This is the first time all winter we've got any accumulation of snow. I'm very disappointed in this stupid weather. Alright. I'm just going to shut up now. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. We'll try out that thing at some point. If it's not tomorrow night. If I can get it looking good, then we'll I did do some Minecraft stuff. Did I ever upload that? I'll go back and check. I don't think I did because it didn't come out good. Anywho, if you're loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, please subscribe, like, and comment. Give me something to talk about. Then pass them along to people who you know who might like watching them as well. Don't vote buttons. I'm sorry. One day, all of you. You'll work. I just got to figure out an easy way to do it. Maybe like I could set it. I don't know. Look at now I'm talking to my social media buttons. Actually, I'm just looking at a wall, technically. Oh, I meant to show you guys. I picked some colors out. I wish I could do paneling in here. That's all I'm saying. I probably could. We'll talk about that later. All right. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. Tomorrow. Spend some time with yourself. Get a little better doing something you do well. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier. Let's sing and dance in the sun and the rain together, my brothers and sisters, as one. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just never know when that last moment's going to come. Yet, you should not live in fear, but live in love, for that is what makes a successful life, a happy life. Happiness and success should just be the same word, I guess. You know what I mean? Because if you found happiness, then you've succeeded at something. Maybe not being the best moneymaker in the world, or being the best video game player, but you're the best at something, you know? All right. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And take care of all of those around you who can't take care of themselves. They're the ones that need it the most. My name is Jason Olivero. This is The Road to 40, and we've got about 11 episodes. We're almost at the countdown, the 10, 9, 8. You know what I mean? To me, that's something. Like, I think to my consistent viewers, I can think about 5 people, 6 people, maybe 7 or 8 people that consistently have watched these from the beginning until now. And I think to them, they probably share a slightly similar feeling to that I feel. If you've seen every episode, then to know that there won't be one coming, well, you know me. Like I said, that first week out, we're probably going to, oh my God, 22 minutes? I was going to stop at 8. All right, you guys go to bed or have a nice coffee, breakfast, brunch, lunch, supper, whatever you're doing right now. I don't know what time of day you watch this. I always think it's night because I film them at night. But then again, I don't upload them until about the afternoon the next day. So remember when it was the morning? Yeah, my boys slept late for about a week or two, and then they started getting back up at the regular time, so I wasn't able to get in that extra like half hour, 40 minutes before they woke up to do this. I guess I could if I set my alarm for like 4:35, but then I'd have to go to bed at like 8 or 9, and then these wouldn't happen. Unless I did them before the sun came up. We could do a sunrise episode. Oh, no. We'll do a sunset episode. I've been collecting some footage here and there. Oh, I recorded some of the snow falling today. I was stuck in traffic, so I did a video, which I accidentally stopped recording at some point. Whatever it is, maybe I'll post it tomorrow night, because now we're at 23 minutes. You guys take care. I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40.